Well, now that I've beaten back the flu brought to me by my grandchildren, well, when you go to school, these things happen. So, yes, I've been reading books. And I'm also upgrading my library. So I have fewer paperbacks. This means I am buying hardbacks to replace the paperbacks. Trying to time it so that the hardbacks cost as much as a paperback did back then. This means I get to reread all the books. One moment, please. A granddaughter approached. Well, now that a executive decision has been made. So, I have a great many paperbacks that need to be replaced. And some of them can get quite expensive, because some of them I've purchased first editions because there aren't any other ones available. Of course, they're all used books, so you have to consider the condition. And you find them everywhere, You just type a title in. Now, they probably won't have, depending on the age, a digital version may be available. But it's always good to have an actual book, the printed copies, because they keep you away from blue screens, and they tend to make it easier. You don't have to lug a computer around with an extra battery if you want to take a book somewhere. You can just tuck a book in and off you go. So, it always is good to have a mix of types of reading material. You never know when you need something to read. Sorry to linger so long between stories, but so much has been going on. And this is not supposed to be a political channel, but certain events such as stupid judges and the GOP's continued slide into Nazi fascism is guaranteed to bring out the beast. So you might expect a terse word here and there. All of you Christo-fascists. Just like Nazis, Remember what was on their belt buckles? Where they proudly displayed their faith in Jesus while they burnt Jews and poisoned Jews and worked handicapped people to death just because you were German. So now, the GOP has decided to destroy the Constitution with the First Amendment, the Ninth Amendment. Oh no! Take away people's rights, will you? Just remember, herding cats. Because there will always reach a point where even the GOP has to face reality. We are not defenseless voters. Remember also, Jesus never made an alliance with Herod or Satan. But all you evangelicals seem to have such limited and such tender, weak faith in the God you say you follow, that you're willing to give Jesus an AK or an AR and let him slaughter your children for what? Oh my God, drag queens. Yeah, well, they burnt Joan of Arc for wearing men's clothes, so I guess Americans should do the same. Or do you think a dress turns a guy into a sissy? No. Being unwilling to protect your children make you a sissy. Being unwilling to let your women make their own decisions makes you a sissy. Because women are more pragmatic. And they understand what not having freedom means just as much as any previously enslaved people. Because women were your first slaves. So don't give me any nonsense. If you vote GOP, you are to blame. You have become the enemy of the Constitution. Because you're not interested in building a more perfect union. You're building a Christo-fascist union. That's just what the Nazis were doing. Congratulations for dishonoring your own grandparents. You twits. But anyway, I hope this helps. Sorry about the politics and all, but, you know, hey. You sure you can read a book? Oh, and, oh, by the way, if you're banning books because of porn, incest, and all this other stuff, make sure you ban the Bible first, okay? Because it's all in there. Thank you for coming. And please, do come again.